to it. Best Daily Duppy. I think for me.
Oh my goodness me. Big up her, man.
For me, it was
Big up
IVD,
man.
and I'm gonna say Unknown T as well. I know it's on, but you know.
Big up.
You know what? I'm gonna pick Fredo. I never thought I'd say this, but like it just restored.
After that, Hickory Dickory.
Literally, it just.
No,
I think it just helped me restore some faith in him, his musical ability. Like he's not as bad as I thought he had become. Like he's still got it in him. So. Yeah.
Put out a tweet today saying the album he's got coming out is the best music he's made.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Do you know what kills about Hickory Dickory? He really risked his life to record that. Like, you could have died,
and the video as well, like.
You know what it is? When it's people like Fredo, you're big already, you're hot already, the people love you already. Yeah. Hickory Dickory, you can heal from that. But if I say to say mine, to say mine, I have to go with two. I think Diggity showed it. Nux, amazing.
I forgot about Nux.
The second half production. Do you know he produced
Nux.
stuff? You know.
Do you know what? People don't go on about him as much as they should.
In that genre,
National treasure.
I don't know what you guys want to call it at home, whatever. That genre of alternative underground, for me, you can crucify me, but that is one of the best, or if
One
not
of
the
the
best we
best.
have in the country.
Yeah.
Because
They say
the way
we-
they express themselves, it's too much, man. It's so good, man.
Yeah.
So good.
They try to say stuff about alternative.
Yeah. It's,
Let it go, man. Yeah.
yeah. Mine. Oh, you know what? I have to go with Scraps, man. That black edition he dropped.
That's
I've
different.
never seen such a nonchalant
Bro, Ray, you're
instrument
shocked.
production.
I actually was.
That was. Do you know
didn't
what's
see that
funny?
one coming.
I
That
didn't see it
ended.
coming
That
at all.
dropped on maybe August this year. Ended up being my most played song on DSPs.
Oh.
That Daily Duppy, because I don't know. I just think
Jesus.
relatability. yeah.
kill me.
Relatability. Sometimes it'll be on loop. I just leave it.
Wow.
Relatability.
Wow.
Everything. You don't like him?
No, not even.
No, it's just
that
I love it
choice,
too.
that choice, I just didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. No. It's
You didn't even
Scraps
bring
for
that up
me.
when we was talking beforehand, so I was just like.
Nah,
oh,
because I
okay.
had to think, because obviously, like I said, there's so many I like. Nux,
Nux.
Diggers, Scraps.
yeah.
Even
wasn't even gonna say
V9's
unknown, but-
V9.
Yeah.
For
V9
me,
was good.
his improvement, it shows that Daily Duppy shows his improvement,
Yeah.
and I think his ear for beats, that's what people are missing. But yeah, Scraps for me, man. I think.
Right.
Do you know what? I was there complaining about your choice, but mine is even more off key.
Is
So
it?
like, do you know what my favorite
You're
was?
always off key there.
Rah.
You lot,
Everyday shade. What is this?
you know what? You lot are gonna love this one. Go on, Ray.
Yeah, my favorite. Obviously, I loved IVDs, but my favorite was actually Lotto Boys. And the reason I said this,
Their comeback.
there's
Yeah.
that.
Their
But
comeback
also,
has been
like,
strong.
we're always talking about like people going on these platforms and whether or not the demographic is right. And you know, I feel like their thing was very different, but it didn't feel out of place. And I feel like that's why it stood out to me. Like, there's a lot of like Daily Duppies this year that have dropped and come and gone, and I don't
Yeah.
remember them. I definitely
yeah.
remember Lotto Boys. Though.
I think Chip would have been on there, but I think we're getting really familiar with Chip now.
He always
We
shows.
know that he's
It's
gonna
nothing
deliver.
New. Yeah.
So it's
Can we
like,
have the
yeah,
energy
the
in
standard is
music,
there and
please?
he hits it, but is that it?
I'm too
Does that make
familiar
sense?
with him
We're
being
too
a good
familiar.
freestyler.
We're too
Like,
familiar. We know that he's gonna give.
do
We
you know
know
what I
he's a
mean?
bar out. We
Yeah.
know
That's
he's
what
gonna
I'm
hit
saying.
the thing.
Give me a 10
Something
out of 10
different.
album. That's what I
That's
want
one
from
thing
you.
I think.
Well,
we
it
lack.
was gonna drop. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Should we get to clashes?
Let's
The
go.
clashes
Let's go.
of this year. We had Lani Good and Tion Wayne. And yes, Lani's not a musician, but she is now. She's now a top 10 artist.
Oh my
up.
god. Oh my.
And she won't stop.
Her way.
Police.
Police. My girl for a trio, a trilogy
She gave us
EP,
one of the
visual
biggest
EP
phrases
for
of
us.
the year as
The
well.
bad boy piece of
Bad boy
yeah.
piece
Bad
of
boy
information.
piece of
You should know this one coming
information.
when she dropped
And
that
I know
video.
people are going to get
Honestly.
pissed off that we're mentioning her, like, oh, you're giving her the limelight. You know how the UK love to be, if you wasn't talking
It
about
happened.
But
she's
it
coming
was
to
a
the
thing.
point.
We always
It was
say
a
a bad boy
cultural
piece
moment,
of,
like-
it was a culture. It was a moment in the UK scene. Obviously, we had Wiley versus Stormzy. That was this year, right?
I can't believe that
Disappointed.
was this year.
That was this year.
That's
We had
crazy.
Chip and himself because Stormzy did not reply.
Someone said
We
Chip
had
versus Chip.
Stormzy did not
Oh
reply.
my God.
And we also had Renee, IVD, Abigail again. We had Lady Lasha recently versus IVD.
We had No
Trillery
Lay
and
and
No Lay.
Trillery and No Lay.
Nole killed that, by the way.
She
killed
did,
Trillery. Sorry,
she
Trillery,
did.
but
I love
don't know.
Trillery.
You're not really sorry though, are you?
I love
But
Trillery.
she's deluded. Like, you did not win that. You did not.
Women start uniting because you're all talented. That's the key.
It was nice to see that in female rap, in my opinion.
Actually, yeah, for the culture.
I don't want to say female rap.
I like the fact that we were clashes. I like the fact that we were more
I
because men are always clashing. And I know that people will say female unity, but sometimes no.
You know
Like,
what?
we want let's see war.
I think that's what Trilly was going for, though.
Yeah.
I think that's what she was
Let's
going
see
for, really.
war.
Because it's
Let's
a way
see
of
war.
bringing them together.
Yeah, I
in
love
ways as well.
Trillery for putting herself up to that.
Yeah.
Because
It's
now people are
bloody
talking
no
about
way,
you.
like-
Yeah.
People are talking about you. Obviously, we had No Signal with their clashes.
big
They had
rise.
season 1 and season 2,
Big
which
rise for them.
really got us through lockdown.
For real.
Thank you. Big up the man them. Let's talk about best projects because I think this was in a lot of conversations this year, especially on Clubhouse. There was a trending, like there was 3 people that kept coming up as like the top
In terms of UK.
UK. This was what was said by majority. We said number 1 was Huss. Huss came out on January 24th. I remember that date for some weird reason. And the fact that obviously Huss ghosted and just didn't do anything after. But the fact that so many, like,
The
you got to
music
think
spoke for
about how
itself.
saturated this whole year has been music-wise. We've been forced to listen to so much music, and at the end of it, Huss' name is still up
With
there.
no videos.
So I know,
nothing.
like,
No
I
promo
understand
at
people
all.
saying, "Oh, he didn't do anything after. There was no videos and lack of all of that." But the fact that his name is still there has to be a reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hedy, Edna, mate, that did bits. Nines, Crabs in the Bucket,
That's mine.
Nines' one was
UK.
big for the culture.
big for the
On top
culture.
of it. Oh my God.
Up there, that was, mate, that Percy wasn't my favourite. Was Potter.
All right, listen.
I love Potty.
It's a mixtape. I've got a left.
Training
choice.
Day
Left
3. Training Day 3 was good stuff.
It's not a bit of me.
I just don't understand the hype.
It wasn't a
Do you
lot
know
of
what it
people's
is?
list.
Do you know what it is for me? I think, for me personally, it's a relatability thing. Relatability helps a lot with the music.
When it comes to people like Potter Paper,
so much,
you
and
have
that's
to
what it
relate.
is.
But
And
I don't
also his
relate.
story. No, but he has a story, yeah. And
That's
you know what
it for
You don't have
me.
to relate. He's an underdog.
It's
And
the
I think for all
story
of
for
us,
me.
even if you don't really
Yeah.
like him, again, that's another underdog. The same, okay, the way we look at Nines was also an underdog. Hedy was an underdog when I met him. He was talking about, you know, he'd come out of jail and done that, all this.
Yeah, but
see what I'm
Potter's
saying?
name can't be up there yet. He's
Yeah,
good,
no, of course.
Yeah,
No, he's
but
got time.
people
I
are
think we
saying
wait
that it's
till the
been his
debut
best
album.
year. He just came out of jail.
Yeah,
fam.
yeah, I think we
But
wait
it
for a
be-
Like,
debut
we
album
need to allow him to
solidify it,
marinate
but-
and give
I
us some
think
stuff.
we just appreciate Potter's
Potter.
work ethic.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
came
yeah.
out.
Yeah, and that's understandable. I mean, he had
Fantastic.
time in
Yeah,
jail.
That doesn't make you
He had
project
time
of
in
the
jail.
year. Like,
Not project
had
of the
time
year, I
in
wouldn't
jail.
argue that.
I
He
actually
had
have a
time
different
in jail.
project, like an actual album. That I think
Dude, he wrote
He had
those
time in
raps.
jail.
But for me, yeah, it's definitely the
Yeah,
story.
it's the storyline. It's crazy.
But I'm gonna ask you all each best project.
Mine is Brandy B7.
I hear that.
Everything about the album. Do you know what's funny? The first 2 times I wasn't really understanding, but then after the third listen, it all resonated, and I've played the album 370 times this year, according to Apple.
Same, because I'm a Brandy fan. But I would say Made in Lagos. I have so many.
One. You're one.
Ooh.
Be here forever. One.
Let me really think about it. Made in Lagos is like my recent one, but I don't know, man. I enjoyed Nines' Crabs in a Bucket too. Big Conspiracies up there. People try to trash it, but
She said one, you gave us 3.
I don't understand.
this is me not making up my mind.
For me, yeah, you guys, if you know me, you know how I feel about Training Day 3. I think it's one of my favorite mixtapes. But my actual favorite album, funny enough, I don't think it's spoken about. It's Cleo Soul's Roses in the Dark.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
That is
Yes.
so
Banger.
underrated.
That you see, guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys specifically. If you have not, that is one of the greatest soul albums I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't
And
heard the whole thing.
Even talking about it now, I've got chills. You just can't see them. Listen, that project is from top to bottom an experience.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And she
yeah.
she's
Beautiful.
from the UK, guys. Like
Beautiful.
that is our like. Do you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Yes.
I think
Such
that's my actual
a
project
great
of the year. Like, if I have to be honest.
project.
Yeah. From the UK,
Top to
R&B,
bottom.
I would say.
Not even just for R&B,
Just-
UK period.
Yeah,
in
it's.
general,
I think
top UK
I'm
R&B
shocked. I'm shocked it's not in Convo, but again, you know, not everyone knows.
I've heard
everyone.
good things.
it's-
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so sad.
But that's criminal that we don't really
She
know
slept
about
on
her.
She's
so
my-
much.
that's
Mate, Sweet
clearly my-
Blue,
Yeah.
that video. Oh my
And
god.
Cleo's been in the game for time.
Yeah.
Mate, from
This is
channel
from when I was in
AKA
checking
Literally,
days.
like-
yeah.
This is. I always if you go put my handle on socials and put her name, you'll see it's too much even.
Too
It's
much.
It's too much, but it's just. I think it's raw, the meaning behind her voice, even the instruments. There's a lot of instruments going on in her tracks. You'll feel like it's live.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a
man.
beautiful
That's my
project.
of the
Ray.
year, man.
I guess. Oh my days. I feel like we're taking it to the US for my project of the
That's
year.
cool.
Yeah, my project of the year is Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts. I really, yes, absolutely my album of the year. You laugh now. But take it
I'm
in.
listening.
Take it in.
I have to.
Take it in.
It's a very good
Honestly,
project.
like she gave us versatility. She gave us country. She gave us rock. She gave us pop.
She's
She's
always
very
nice.
up there.
And
She's
do
very
you know
up there.
what? I feel like this is the first era we've seen of her that's actually authentically her. Not her label trying to do something, not Disney trying to do something, just her. This
And
is
I
the
always like
artist
that when
that
artists
she
do
wants to
that.
be.
This time either.
Literally none of that.
It's
Like,
working.
Not the
No,
appropriation.
I want to
No,
shout
no.
out Lil Baby's My Turn as well.
Oh yeah.
And Gunna's won her as well. I love that. album.
She said okay. For me, hands down, Made in Lagos from top to
No
bottom.
surprises.
Beautiful project. Like, mate,
I know Mimi, if you're watching this, I know she loves this.
Made in Lagos.
She loves this.
Made
song.
in Lagos. Like, there is nothing like. I try to. Mate, but what has been the most disappointing projects for you?
I'll kick
lot?
that off. Oh my God, Bryson Tiller. What was that?
Bryson Tiller
To be fair,
anniversary.
it wasn't the actual album.
It better not
but
have
it's,
been.
you
But it was
cannot
still-
make
it was
us
still
wait.
trash,
No,
but it
you
wasn't
cannot
the
make
album.
us
5
wait.
years.
You can't make us wait.
5
I
years.
said it's not the album. It's just.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care. You made us wait 5
Wait.
years.
Get what he
Wait,
said.
I'm saying his shit too, but wait. Wait. He basically apparently said that it's like there was a few Lucy's on there as well that he put on SoundCloud.
A few.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, it's not the album. The album apparently is coming out next year. Actual third album.
know
You let us
Yeah,
down.
But that's why I actually
let
didn't
Nas
get too
down.
angry with it because I did know you knew something else was gonna come up shortly
Yeah.
after. So I feel like it's a
Soon,
warm up. Anyway, so that's why I didn't.
even
feel
for
it.
a
Need to
warm-up,
warm
it was
up after
cold.
5 years.
I
You
know,
had
it's-
5 years,
I-
brother.
You know what that project felt like?
Might
When
be
you
rusty
microwave
oil.
something and then leave it
No,
outside.
because
It
you
was
can't
cold,
choose
bro.
the song.
Like,
Cold and hard.
Showing me.
He had like one. Or
I'm
two good
informing you.
I
Yeah.
like two good songs on there.
And there's
Not
one
his-
interlude.
that's
It's an
being
interlude.
generous.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm the
I
same
think
too.
for me it was Young Bane Quarantine. I
That's your word.
I
That
love
project.
I love Young Bane, but I don't know his sound. I don't understand what he's trying to do.
I don't think he does
Quarantine,
either,
is
to be
that
fair.
the
He's
one
very
with-
versatile,
Quarantine,
but
is that the one with the
that's
100 who's
him.
got the three
No,
on
I don't
it?
think he knows what he wants to do, to be honest.
I think he knows that he's very versatile. He likes to do a lot of sounds.
Well, you don't have the
But you
freedom to
can't
do
do
that
that
before
until
you
you
establish your sound. You
solidify your
don't.
sound.
But I thought Young Bane had. He was the Afro wave kind of.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, before that though, he was doing like trappy kind
Trap
of stuff.
rap,
with the,
yeah.
For
and that
me,
works for him as well.
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
For me, Hadley, what's yours?
Um,
Look at him scrambling now.
God, there's been quite a few.
Oh,
I think Twice as Tall by Burna Boy. I'm sorry. I don't think
really?
it didn't need to come out, in my opinion. Like African
Not
Giant
you
could have just
clicking.
carried him through the whole year.
No.
But that's the
I'm
thing
sorry.
is,
Yeah, we
it's
know why. We know it
strategic.
had a purpose. It was for America. Yada yada. We know it was still
Bruh.
rubbish. That's me.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. I think generally because it's true, you do have to like account for everything. But I think when we talk in general conversations, I think musically, like it's just not for me. Like in terms of what he's released before, man. You just think why, and obviously you know why, but
Yeah, obviously, if you don't know why, it is a strategic album targeted to the American audience. The album wasn't for us. African Giant was for us. African Giant was for people who are in touch.
It's true.
Sometimes it's on streaming
Yeah,
services.
I said this
for
before off
everybody.
camera.
We have heard. Yeah, look, the thing about Burna Boy, yeah, like his albums, he hasn't been consistent in my opinion. Like I feel like the Life album was really good, his first album. Obviously African Giant, but he's had albums that have been a bit in between. So I can forgive him as long as the next one
Not forgive
is on par with African Giant. Not the same, but on par in terms of quality. I can forgive him. It's calm.
Sweeney.
I felt the same way. African Giant, I took away 23. And that was it. So
I think there are some Black Bank on it, on Yeka.
I really wanted, do you know, like with your point about it being strategic, it can be strategic. You can definitely put stuff out for a different audience, but you lost a bit of yourself. Like it wasn't given Burner on. every track. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just Burner at work right now. You're not giving Burner.
That's true.
And that's what made
And
it
on top of that,
disappointing.
just quickly, Wizkid got the same criticism when he dropped the sounds from the other side.
Yeah.
And I think that's what inspired him to come back with Made in Lagos.
Yeah.
Quality.
Absolutely.
And it featured different people and different sounds, but he still gave us Wiz on each track. Burner was at work.
Ebz.
Okay, guys, don't crucify me because I know she's got a good fan base, yeah. But Summer Walker's Life on Earth, it did not. It was not good. It
That
was not
short
good.
project.
Yeah, it was not good.
That was very forgettable,
that
yeah.
disappointed me is because one, we said this earlier. Not even a lot of people knew that dropped. I only really knew because I wanted to write about it and I like Summer. But since she dropped the Clear EP and then even Last Day of Summer,
Last Days of Summer, Clear EP were the best. Period.
her
That's somewhat her
production
peak, yeah.
it's just not as raw or substance filled. Obviously, be who you want.
But you can see the labels.
Labels
handling
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And for me,
And
this is-
over it.
Yeah, this is the thing for me. People at first, and even now, still are in bondage with Over It. But if we think about Last Days of Summer and the Clear EP, she could have literally been constantly in the same conversations as her. Look at the way we talk about her now.
Oh, that's true.
She could be there with them if she kept. I'm not obviously do what you like, but I don't know those
It's
projects.
just her and her
I'm
guitar.
gonna-
back
I'm
then.
gonna-
She
Oh,
wanted
man,
the
when she
biggest
does
R&B
that.
project of last year and she got it. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
Over it was
Yeah.
it was
She got
great
it.
I'm gonna
though.
throw
But
in.
Summer, can I just say something to you? Stop letting London produce your tracks.
Switch it up,
Because
man.
he keeps throwing too much auto-tune on your voice and we know you can sing.
Oh, too
we
much
know you can
evidence is
sing.
out
You
there.
don't need that. Pissing me
London.
off.
I'm gonna throw in Megan Thee Stallion good news because we didn't need that.
That
good,
was
that
very
good.
Yada,
disappointing.
yada, 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 yada.
The whole thing just felt like
Megan's
one
music
big
is-
underdeveloped idea.
It's not. Don't
You see
start it.
Megan's a lovely girl, lovely woman. I love her.
I love Megan, but I
Love Megan.
agree. I can't lie.
Ever since Tina Snow,
Freestyles.
and even that whole album, I
Tina
don't
Snow
care
was
for
a
it.
really good project.
I like a few songs on Tina Snow, even at most.
No, Tina Snow was a good project.
Freak Nasty is my shit.
We didn't need
Me
this
as a,
album
me, me as a
at all.
guy, and I'll be on a train like.
Freak nasty.
But everything since then has been
It was Big Ol' Freak for me.
a bit.
Yeah.
But this new project, it's her official debut album, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I hate that for her. You've had a hard year. It's your debut, and you didn't do the best.
She should have just
you
released
could.
Body. That's it.
Literally.
She just
Didn't need the
should've-
whole
We
project.
didn't need the whole.
Yeah,
That-
man.
The whole thing
It
felt
was
rushed. Even the
Yeah,
marketing
that's
was
all it
rushed.
is.
Like,
You know
That's
what? For
all it
me,
is.
I have to compare it to Cardi's first album. That was a moment. Whether you like Cardi or not, or you think she's right her bars, or whatever. When she dropped Invasion of Privacy, like the support she got from the culture, like everyone felt that, and the album was great as well.
Bangers.
With
Yeah.
Megan, it just kind of felt like let's just throw it out there to maintain this
I
hype.
hate
But
that
but
for
you
her.
see,
I
but
hate
Yeah,
you
because
see
you're-
with
you're-
you see
you've
with
spoken-
Megan,
you've
yeah.
spoken about right now.
Do you think Megan's gonna have like a legacy, like, or she's gonna obviously she's gonna be around and whatever, but if she continues like that,
based on that debut,
yeah, if she continues,
You
like
know
that,
what it
gonna
is?
be-
For artists like Megan, they had such a explosive, big first year.
Yeah.
Their first year in the game properly was huge. The baby, huge in his
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
year.
it's
But
the baby as well, man.
what's your stamina saying?
The Baby
legacy
and
thing
Megan
is
are
huge.
like they're the parallel. They're the male and female version of each
of each
other.
other.
defo.
Yeah.
And the baby is
Megan's
just
not
not cutting it
careful.
for me.
Yeah, if she's not careful,
she's gonna end up
she'll
like
follow that. Because I know people say that we criticize Megan harshly because she's a female rapper. Fam, the baby gets it just as hard, and he's a man.
Yeah, 100.
When you're a rapper, you're gonna get it. I don't care what anyone says. Male,
do you know
female,
what it is?
cat, dog.
I'm not even a negative guy. Like, you lot should know. Like, I'm always. Do you know what I mean? But he's a very forgettable artist at the minute. I'm sorry, man.
Hondo,
Like, what? Like, it's this. I'm hearing the same stuff with a different
same
production.
flow.
Do
He's
you know what I mean?
boying it.
But we have people that kind of rap the same and have good production, like Millions, for example. For
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
His production is ridiculous, but we get the same flow and stuff, but it's not
Yeah,
something
yeah.
we're bored of yet. We wait for new Million stuff. Do you know what I mean? But the baby's the same, but it's like I don't want to hear this
The
anymore.
bars are not cutting
yeah.
it.
Okay, so quick shots. Best and worst collab. Best and worst collab.
Come back to me.
the worst one was definitely that City Girls.
City Girls and Chloe.
Yeah,
Chloe,
that
Chloe and
remix.
Halle with City Girls. Is it do it?
Do it, yeah.
That
do
did
a remix.
not need a remix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
The song
Dojo.
is perfect as it is.
The song was fine.
We didn't need that.
Terrible. Nah, the one that was kidding me was Young Babby said, "Y'all did not say I ruined the song. Maybe it'll grow on you." And she couldn't believe the
was so
comments that she was
funny.
she was the one that googled her
That
name.
was so
Yeah.
Because
funny.
people
Yeah.
were saying, but I think the best collab has been Wiz and Thames. I don't care what there's crack in that song.
Yeah,
there is
I
crack
100%
in
agree. I'm not even
essence.
arguing with
Sorry,
that.
That
can I
song-
say that song is Thames featuring Wizkid, by the way. She owns that song.
She owns
She
that
She
song.
did a lot, yeah.
Like, Thames is. I'm so glad people are hearing her name because she's been around for a
while.
bit
Yeah,
now.
I'm new to her,
She
man.
is
Word.
an amazing artist. Her tone, everything about her. That
Chef's
Do you know
Chef's
what
kiss.
other remix didn't need to happen? That Tap In remix. What the hell was that?
Jay.
with all the man them, Jack,
good Lord.
Harlow.
Do you know what it
the
sounded like?
baby.
It sounded like someone went into the studio, didn't give the rappers the beat, yeah, and just said rap. And this
Go!
whole thing is just mismatched. Like,
At such a
horrendous.
high level as well, you know.
oh
When
man.
the baby's on something, I just
I tune out. No, for real.
don't want to
Oh
hear
my
it.
god, no, that was horrible.
Guys, best and worst collabs for you. Quick shots.
Oh, my best. Do you know what? Just because it was unexpected for me and it came out well and everyone loves it, Nines and NSG's airplane mode. Because
Oh, okay.
no one can sit there and
Airplane
say they saw that one
mode,
coming
them.
at first when it dropped before the album. I didn't. And then
know
obviously
what?
I heard it. I was like, it
I
all
hear
makes
that.
sense.
I hear that one.
It
Off the
makes
back
huge
of
sense.
that as well, best collab as well. Princess Cuts has to be.
Woo!
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Big up
yeah,
IO.
yeah,
Yeah.
Imagine
Whoa.
like Boris shut the country down just before that song
Places
came
were
out.
open.
If
Yeah,
it
I was
was
just
open, that
gonna
song would be
say-
number one. I don't care. I don't care.
Places
That song would have
open.
been top 5.
You were robbed of a lot of summer
I'm
bangers.
gonna go
this
ahead
year.
and say Young's Teflon and Dave. Rule of Two.
You guys,
Yeah, man.
There's the meaning.
Clap.
What?
Just to hear two brothers just barring back to back.
It's beautiful.
On a mellow beat, I'm hearing you. You lot are just laying
Yeah.
out the bars.
It was like
I
Dad and
wish I
Son.
was in that session.
Yeah,
I wish I was in that session.
I think it was like a dad and something as well because Dave put a tweet up when the album dropped. When he tweeted years ago, "I want to one day rap with Teflon," and that's what he went and made.
Yeah.
It's so magical when two people from two different classes of rap
Yeah.
get
Come
together
yeah,
and
100%.
just.
And the song
Worst.
makes sense as well. It's nice.
Worst.
Collab.
You lot said best.
Yeah,
You
best.
lot just said your best one. What's the worst? Quick.
Listen, I said this before. Not many people knowing it. DMX and Marilyn, what is it? Marilyn Manson. No one, don't go and play it. If you haven't, don't do it. Don't. It's a studio
It's a
session
mess.
that should have never gone out. I don't even know if it was a studio session. It was definitely quarantine and COVID. They sent that to each other and it wasn't making sense. It should have been
Oh my
locked
God.
away for a long time. That I went to it because of DMX, but
Horrendous.
Yeah, that's my worst, man.
Sweeney.
When did this song come out though? Was it this year? This year's been long. The Tion and Russ. Did that come out this year?
What
Or
song
last
is
year?
that?
I think I know
What song is that?
Keisha Becky.
Oh,
Wait, you don't know that song?
Becky.
That was last year.
Oh really? It was last year.
This is
Sorry.
scrap that, man.
It's
Yes.
been long.
Tion's verse on the remix was one of the hardest verses of last year. I don't care what anyone says. He spun that
What's
verse.
my worst thing? I haven't listened to bad music. I agree with you though when you said Chloe and Halle and the City Girls and everything. Like,
was
that
really
That was
bad.
horrendous.
I beat my face.
Do you know what? I
Oh,
haven't got a
on the
worse-
way.
Do you know what? Come to think of it,
Period.
I don't have I can't think of a worst collaboration, but one that didn't need to happen, I think, was the On Deck remix. I just think it's unnecessary.
That was so
The
unnecessary.
original song was hard enough
That was
in my
going on for
opinion.
time as well.
I don't think it
I
was.
don't know. I didn't know there was a
called
remix.
Oh, it's
That-
bad.
Because the
That-
song,
that tells you
original song
everything.
banged so hard.
That-
Why?
They called everyone on the block and said, "Come through, grab
Yeah,
a
it's
verse,
with,
grab a long
Audio
verse,
Feel.
Yep.
and let's spit
they
something."
just-
Yeah, OFB, I love that for you, but
Obviously, we know why these things happen to kind of continue the campaign,
Yeah.
like prolonging the
You know,
song,
yeah.
more streams, yada yada, cool.
Charts, all
But
of
we
that.
didn't need it.
I'm gonna listen to it. 'cause
And
I've never
obviously,
listened to
the
it.
downfall of 2020 has been Tory Lane and Dutchavelli. Period.
I ain't even got too much to say other
We
than
ain't
that.
even gonna get into that. But artists to look out for 2021, I think definitely Central C. I think
Pass the loo for me.
Teeyana Major's been there, but she's definitely gonna do bits next year.
98.
Word
Pass
up.
the loo. Pass the loo
Pass
for
the
me.
loo.
Scribs Wiley,
Scribs-
Wish Me Luck was an
Scribs.
amazing
It
project.
was. Shout out
Yeah.
Ellie,
Shouting out
because if it
Scribs,
wasn't
we
for
have to shout out
Ellie.
Bella as well, because
Bella.
Bella as well.
Manila. Manelia. I said Manila, man.
Manelia.
I'm so sorry, girl. Manalia.
H. Manada, is that how you say his name?
Jamila Berry
Guys,
as
He's
well.
the Prince,
at home,
Rebecca
I'm
Winter,
telling you now,
Charlie Mays,
98 will
Ade
be unavoidable
Josh.
next year.
98,
They are
so
stars.
definitely.
They are no, they are stars. Do you know what it is? You can see. Do you know what it is? There are not many people that can do the entertainment side of things. So when they need to branch out and do multiple things, and they become unavoidable, you'll see why they have these superstar qualities.
They've got such different personalities.
All of them can be on
Blanco.
camera. Oh, he's good.
Honda.
Blanco. So before we end this episode, it is only right that we have some predictions for 2021. So guys, what's our predictions? What do we foresee?
I don't know if I can say it's my prediction, but more like a hope. I hope UK R&B finally gets some infrastructure because we have so much talent in this country, and I feel like it's kind of time. We've been having the conversations.
I think
it's
will
time
happen.
for like
I
people
think
to
it
kind of
will
put their money
happen.
where their mouth is.
I feel
think
like
the
people
fact
have been
that so
holding
many
it to me.
conversations are happening is proof.
There's
Yeah.
a
Everyone
demand.
recognises
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it will
something's
happen.
there.
I think there's
We need
people
to
you'll
walk the
see,
walk and
you'll
not
see
talk the talk,
snippets
man.
on
Yeah.
socials, everything, and I feel like it's only natural with COVID that things are held back and whatever. But I feel like people are gonna get to a point when January hits and be like, screw all this COVID stuff. I'm just gonna start now. This is a new year. This is, and that's where you'll probably see this genre just.
Yeah,
come
I think
out.
because
Really
UK
hopeful.
R&B did its thing this year,
It's gonna get
regardless
there.
of
Yeah, yeah,
the
100%.
views. Teeyana Major was bloody Grammy nominated.
And
Soul
Modo in one
Train.
day, the same day.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So they did their thing anyway,
Yeah.
but now that there's more of a demand,
That's
that's
what I
what
like
next
when one
year.
person's massively successful. This is what I was saying about Nines, and when you get people like Potter doing it, it's like a beacon of hope for the people that are trying to come up. It's so good when that happens, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have the talent already. All we need is the industry to also
infrastructure.
match that. But we have Motown UK.
And Def
We've
Jam
got
as
Def
well.
Jam UK. Let's see
got
what
Finesse
happens.
Forever.
Yeah,
There we go.
man.
And
Def
let's not
Jam
even ignore the
announcement
independents that have
was-
been doing it hard.
Yeah,
For the UK, that's
for
so
the
true.
UK
Them
scene,
as
yeah.
well, yeah.
That
I
is so
think
true.
UK music has really been really good this year.
Yeah.
Someone said that there was a decline in quality. I don't
agree with
with
that.
that. I think we are
So-
really going in the right direction. Everyone is eating, everyone is getting paid, and the only way is up. I'm just hoping festivals come back, please.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of tickets.
I want Afro Nation
You
so
Afro
much,
Nation lot.
so bad.
so much booked and just hope. But
Mate, I am hoping for a better 2021, please, for the love of God, because this was the ghetto.
Honestly.
Can I go back onto the music for 1 second? You know what? I want 2021, I want the industry to slow down a bit because I feel like this year, like maybe the person that made that comment about the quality declining was getting it confused with the quantity
yeah,
of so much being thrown at us. And I feel like
Yeah.
the industry needs to realize there's only so much we can take at one
At
time.
one time.
Yeah.
For me, I started going back to old projects because it's what I was familiar with because I just couldn't be asked.
Taking-
You don't even want to. Yeah, you don't even want
And
to listen to
I'm
the
a
new
music
ones.
guy as well, but for me to say that
No,
it's
I
not for
relate.
me,
I relate completely.
do you get what I'm saying?
There were
relate,
days
yeah.
I wanted to write about certain stuff, and I'm like, I would have heard one project. Like, I don't even know if I want to write about this one because I've heard this, and it's like, and it just becomes overwhelming.
Having
and
to
you're like,
keep up with it has been difficult.
Yeah.
Very.
It's true.
I think
Slow
it's getting
down.
to that point though where it's gonna roll back on itself.
I
Slow
hope so.
down.
2021, I want everyone on Twitter to just calm down. Everyone calm down. When an
Everyone on
album-
Clubhouse as well.
now Clubhouse,
Everyone's
maybe
shouting
next
at each
year
other.
Twitter
Twitter
Spaces.
Spaces
we
maybe
don't
as
know.
well. Yeah,
Not me, I don't shout on
I'm
Clubhouse.
joking, T. You know I love. Relax, I love you.
I want
Relax.
everybody to listen to the project. When a project drops on Twitter, you get all the takes on that night, and then
don't
me
need to
listening to it in the morning. You've rubbished it.
A week
like-
later, everyone's changed their mind.
you know what I'm saying? It, but I hope that next year we don't have to take vaccines to go festivals and that. Man.
They announced that early, and I was
If
like,
they say that, I'm taking it.
Ticketmaster as well.
I'm going Afro Nation by force.
I don't really want that. But
Yeah. Someone said it's better to take the vaccine than to have COVID-19 because you don't want that.
it's true.
But obviously, to make your own decisions, do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Free
Where
will,
can
free will.
everyone find you guys? Do you have anything to plug? What can we hope from you guys? Like, plug whatever.
Well. As I said in the beginning, I am a food vlogger and I only started doing it like a week and a half ago. But the feedback has been really great. I'm gonna keep coming with the content. Follow me at Hadley Ogaro. I'm gonna be going
Tap in,
on
tap
an
in.
adventure.
He's going at.
next year. I've even got content stacks to post like
That's
Influencer.
amazing.
while in tier
That's
3.
good.
Literally. But yeah, I'm gonna. If you guys have suggestions as well, just DM me and tell me where you want to see me review. Because people have been saying they want to see a black review before they go certain places. So
We love it.
you can trust me. Like, shout me. I got you guys.
Guys, hit up the SG brand at the SG brand on Instagram. I vlog sometimes on there, like when I come to things like this.
This is knowledge to me.
And
That's way
I
easy.
vlogged our pot of paper. I vlogged
Oh,
the
you
first
did
time
you
we
go out?
met. Yeah.
I need to
up
go
on
because I'm not on
there.
Insta too much. Guys, I'm
Up
following, so
on
make sure you
there.
follow.
At the
'Cause
SG brand, my articles are on there, my interviews are on there. I've got Mulatto on there. I've got Young Dolph on there. I've got
that's serious.
bloody Frosty on there. I've got Lowski.
Mad.
Guys, I'm having conversations with some of our favorite artists. So just plug into my Twitter at Sweeney Gloria X and the Sweeney Gloria on Instagram. All my work is on my socials. I don't hide from nobody. And next year, look out for some music.
From you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Say
wow.
support because
Yeah,
you- I was-
that's how I started, and then I got into
She'll be writing her own
about
articles.
music.
Wow.
We're writing our
And
own
then-
articles.
So now I'm bringing it back. I'm switching lanes.
Nah, that's
so
good.
Exclusive.
What genre?
R&B.
We love
Ah,
it.
so that's why you're so coming
that's
coming
why-
back. I like that.
love
Sonny.
The timing is actually splendid as
That's
well.
very
No,
good.
it is.
Yes.
And I've been doing my work on music journalism on
Yeah.
my end. I've been pushing the girls out. Shout out Amaya Brave. Shout out Teeyana. Shout out Manelia. Shout out all the Shay. Shout out all the R&B girls because I'm coming to join you.
I love it.
Yes, love
But after
that.
this year, we just have to do what we got to do, man.
Absolutely. Ebz.
Right, obviously, if you want to catch me, it's Ebenezer FTG on all the socials. Obviously, I'll still be doing reviews. I think after this year, obviously, shout out to certain people. You know who you are that helped me with certain opportunities. Big up you 10 times. When I did that interview with M. Huncho, it made me realize like people were saying, "Oh, Ebz, you've always had the personality to be either hosting this or hosting that or doing this." And I think I kind of want to next year mesh that sort of hosting ability with the goal I've got of bringing everyone together within the community, be it producers, the videographers that many of us don't really know much about or whatever. Graphic designers as well. Before you guys listen to a project, the first thing you see is the art. So, you know, the importance of them. We obviously have shout out to Chord because they're doing that already for producers and it's the best thing we have at the minute. But, you know, whether I'm hosting
Alongside
stuff.
with Rhymeshe.
I was just
And
gonna
Rhymeshe,
say.
I was gonna say alongside these guys because
Shout out Rhymeshe.
funny enough, I've been bigging up these lot from earlier. It's a thing where I think more spaces like this need to happen, you know, women led as well, because you know what, you can come and fight me, but the women in the industry are carrying us a lot. And I don't think people understand it from how knowledgeable they are to work ethic to everything is crazy. But I want to, mesh my hosting, maybe host some more stuff, interview people even, because I never thought I'd be into or doing stuff like that. But see where the wind takes me next year, man. Do you know what I mean? Ebenezer FTG.
Love that.
Ebz
Love
review guy.
that. Ray, do you have anything to plug? I'm not going to plug anything. You lot, just watch my socials.
I mean, yeah, pretty much same for me. Industry me's got some big stuff coming up next year, so just stay tuned
And
for
make
that.
sure you are following us on Rhymeshe and Rhymeshe Pod. Thank you so much, guys. We are wishing you, first of all, I don't even know when this is coming out, so Merry Christmas or
New
Merry
Year.
Xmas. Happy New Year or Happy belated New Year.
Yeah,
Hope you had a good 21st.
Hope you all have an amazing 2021. Rhymeshe.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you so much for coming,
Thank you for
guys.
coming, guys.
Anytime.
Invite me again.
Invite me again.
Part two.
We out.